is the whole identity you believe yourself to be. Your self-concept is the whole identity that you believe yourself to be. Self-concept and self-image, two different things. Okay, they both are important for manifesting. It's important to know the difference because that way you'll know exactly like, okay, just because I look good, right? Because a lot of performative feminine energies will teach you how to just look the part. A lot of performative master teachers only teach the illusion of the look, but the look is secondary. Okay, real manifestation is within. It's how you feel about yourself. Someone can tell you all day to go get your nails done, go get your hair done, go get your body done, but if it doesn't ultimately shift the way you feel about yourself, the manifestations are still going to flop. Okay, manifestations are still going to flop when you don't have the self-concept and the self-image. Self-concept and self-image are hand in hand. Your self-image is basically how you decorate the avatar. That's why the looks doesn't matter. That comes second. That comes second because first is how you feel. Two people can wear the same exact outfit. Two people can have the same exact body done, right? Two people can just have the same exact physical appearance, but one person is drawing in certain energies, certain frequencies because their self-concept is rooted in their nervous system. Your self-concept, this is all neuroscience, by the way. Everything that I teach is all the branch of neuroscience. So because it's all about how you feel about yourself, that's what you're going to send off. You have to remember, we have mirror neurons, just like right now. You're watching me, you're hearing me, you're seeing me, you feeling me. Your brain does not know that what I'm saying is not you saying it. Your brain is mirroring back my confidence. Your brain is mirroring back my knowledge, my wisdom. Your brain is mirroring back you being on here teaching, you being on here sharing your gift. That's why nothing happens by a coincidence. You seeing and hearing me right now is a prime example of your own self-concept. That's it. Your self-concept is the ideology of who you think you are, what you think you deserve. You would not be seeing a master teacher. You would not be in the room with a master teacher if you didn't believe that you were worthy, that you deserve the best. Because you can look a certain way all you want, right? You see me, you see what the fuck I have on. This doesn't change what I attract. But again, performative feminine coaches will tell you you have to look a certain kind of way. I'm literally the glitch. I'm the glitch. As a performative feminine, who just joined? Thank y'all for joining. I appreciate the likes, y'all. Thank y'all so much. As a performative feminine, they tell you, and I love makeup. Clearly I have makeup on, so I love makeup, right? But it's not like you have to look this way. You have to have this. You have to have that. Again, you can have the self-image, but if the self-concept doesn't match, the manifestations are still going to flop. They're still going to flop. Thank y'all for coming through and liking the live. I appreciate y'all. I normally come on 3:30 Eastern Standard Time, but I have something to do, so I'm on early. Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays is 3:30 Eastern Standard Time. If things come up before this, these lives are secondary for me, then I will come on early or later. But you get me 3 days a week, so make sure you get your daily heart me. If what I'm saying resonates with you right now, it's not by coincidence. Nothing happens by coincidence. That's just period. Okay, you should already know this by now. There is nothing that happens by coincidence, and I evoke things in people. So if you felt something, you saw something, whatever it is, it's not by coincidence. You've already had this thought. I'm your confirmation. I'm literally your confirmation. That's how you elevate in the game. This is how you elevate your self-concept and your self-image. Like literally, we tag team each other. That's just what we do. That's what we do. Because when we do it for ourselves, we show our reflection that you can do the same thing. So back to the topic, self-concept versus self-image. And this is my book, by the way, Monetize a Mind That's Colonized, Watch Prosperity Unwind. If you would like to build a sovereign self-concept and the self-image that match it, right? Because sovereignty, the only hierarchy is consciousness. Consciousness is the only hierarchy. Consciousness is the only reality, but within that reality, there is a hierarchy of awareness. I talk about this in my book, Monetize and Mind. That's Colonize, Watch Prosperity Unwind. Let me put my thing on before I keep going. Okay, link is in the bio. So if you are ready to, like I said, build a sovereign self-concept and have the self-image that match it, go purchase your book. That's the blueprint. This is the blueprint. I spill all the juice of how I created the life I'm living. So back to my notes though. Self-concept, right? It's the whole identity you believe yourself to be. Your self-concept is the identity that you believe yourself to be. And self-concept is so important. Why? Because this is how you attract money. This is exactly how you, did I write that? Yep. This is exactly, your self-concept is so important because it affects your money, your opportunities, okay, your relationships, your entire trajectory. Where you are going in life is built upon your self-concept, okay? What you allow and what you don't allow, because your self-concept, that is knowing your worth plus adding tax. Like, you have to know your worth. If you, just because you look good, right? I look so good. Oh my God. Oh my God. I look so good. I just spent 10K on a BBL. Yay. Whoop-de-doo. You look good. But do you actually feel and know you are worthy? Did you spend that 10K on a payment plan? You feel me? Because you know they can do payment plan BBLs now, right? So you have to really ask yourself, where is my energy lying at? Where is the loop? Where is the loop? Because they will tell you, the performative feminine energy will tell you have to look a certain kind of way all day. I'm a master. If you are hearing me right now, it's not by coincidence, because you desire to master yourself. I am a childhood trauma thriver. So when I speak, I'm speaking from experience. People who are trapped in their minds, they want out. Women especially. Thank you for the gifts, Chinny Mac, period. I appreciate you for coming through. Especially being a woman, if you had abusive mothers, abusive fathers, okay, if you grew up in a toxic environment, that impacts how you magnetize power. Everything's power. So if you are a feminine woman and you were not raised to be a goddess, that impacts who you allow to, because it goes back to what you allow and what you reject, what you allow and what you will reject. That has a lot to do with, are you just going to settle, just take what you can take, right? Just do what you can do, fake it till you make it. If you already lived a life, your childhood, of having to fake it till you make it, nobody wants to live their adulthood faking it till they make it either. That's boring. That's honestly boring. If you lived your whole childhood in fight, fight, or freeze, trauma, survival, that's why a lot of these relationship gurus can pull in a lot of people, because it comes a point where a person has been through a lot, right? A part of their self-concept. What do I deserve? Your nervous system. Oh my God, I keep going through these things. It comes a point where a person they get tired of it. They get tired of it. So they're like, I see other people living a specific kind of life. I see you with my own eyes. How do I obtain that? Again, I'm heterosexual. So being a heterosexual woman, I am attracted and turned on by men. Okay, thank you for the gifts. I appreciate the gifts. If I'm in college, right, I appreciate you. Y'all going in, you and Chinny Mac. We got Chinny Mac in the ecosystem. So I see that y'all have gifted over like 20 roses. I want y'all to say this affirmation. Anytime you gift to me, remember that your gift is a command and you just shifted something. I'm a portal. This is not just, here's a gift. No, we over here, we transformers over here. So when you gift, you're giving a command. Okay? Period. Peace, goddess. Peace, God. What was I telling y'all? I was telling y'all something really, really good. It was really, really good too. It was so good. It was so good. So, back to around the topic of, I know it was something to do with relationships. Okay, let's get back to that, because again, when I was in college, I had to figure out, how do I attract or obtain the thing I know I want? I didn't grow up seeing healthy relationships. Hello, from the project. I grew up in a cult. So my experience is from my lived experience and the things I studied. But if you grow up in trauma, if you grow up in poverty, you don't know how to obtain certain things. That's why they say, oh, that's how white people get money, right? Really, there's so many ways to financial freedom, but when you're not taught, you think that's white people ways. No, it's just intelligence. It's just sovereignty. It's just not waiting until someone gives you a damn thing. You take it, period. That's all it is. But when you're not taught how to have a healthy family, a partnership is not about God and Jesus and you're a sinner if you have smacks. No, it's about a union. It's about, oh, this is my partner. We have assets together. Oh, tax time come. I get write-offs. I'm speaking to adults. See, when you're not a child anymore, you're paying taxes. You have bills, okay? You want houses, okay? You just want that freedom. Rather you work for somebody or you work for yourself. Rather you work for a company that pays you well or you work for yourself. It doesn't matter. We're all grown here. And your self-concept plays a big part in your trajectory, where you're going in life, how you will maintain your family, what you will leave your family behind. If you wasn't left riches, if you wasn't left a plan, I was told to get out at 9. I don't know about y'all. In my community, the women have to leave early. So if you were just like me and you were told to get the fuck out, that means nobody said, hey, before you go on your journey, here is a, what is it called? Here is a not a 401k, that's what you get at work, but here's your inheritance, right? Here's some inheritance. Here's something to get you started. Oh, here's the family house. Like, when we in the hood, we don't get those type of things. So you have to speed the fuck up. You got to speed the fuck up or you get peed up. That's what my stepdad used to say. You better speed up or your ass gonna get peed up. Real shit. Like, nobody gives you nothing. Nobody's teaching you anything when you come from where I come from. But it's all your self-concept, because it don't matter where you come from. If you are willing to say, I'm going to reprogram myself. Why? Because my reality, everything I experience is coming from my brain, not some sky daddy, not the ancestors, not what my mama and my daddy said. No, it's how I see myself. It's how you see yourself. Everything is coming through how you see yourself. How do you feel about yourself? What do you think you deserve? Okay, your self-image, yes, that affects your confidence, but your self-concept is affecting your opportunities. If you lack confidence, it goes hand in hand. Your self-concept and your self-image goes hand in hand, but you want to have the self-concept mastered. Fuck the self-image. That comes second. I mean, it matters, yeah, but it's secondary. You can feel good all day. You can look good all day, but do you feel good? You can look good all day, but do you actually feel good? Do you actually need to go spend more and more money on plastic surgeries? Do you have to do that? Because that's a sign that, do you really feel good? Do you really feel good about yourself? Are you actually enjoying yourself? There's people who spend millions and thousands of dollars on plastic surgery. When do you actually enjoy life if you're always in recovery? Your body's always, your self-image is always going under a traumatic experience. I heard women who said they get a BBL, that shit hurts. So the people who constantly keep on going back to the doctor, when do you heal? When do you actually enjoy your body? Because there are so many people who have said that they spend so much money on cosmetics. So you got the cosmetics, you got the image, but do you actually feel good? Do you actually feel good about yourself? Like, that's the whole thing. Y'all can drop any questions y'all want to, by the way. This is y'all's chance to get free coaching. We got 15 more minutes to go. Remember, I'm normally on 3:30 Eastern Standard Time, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But today, we're on a little early, so that means I will be getting off before 3. So y'all better ask y'all questions now. And remember this too, right? This is your internal operating system. It's like the meta you, it's the blueprint, it's the consciousness behind the character. Your self-image is the consciousness behind your character. Your self-image is the consciousness behind the character. The character is cool. Okay, this is how you plan your avatar, but you are always with you. You are always feeling you. You come before anything. That's why you're always supposed to be happy, because your self-concept will be the authenticity of how you feel about yourself. That's why mastering yourself is so important. Mastering yourself is so important because you will be able to deprogram. That's why my book is Monetize, a Mind That's Colonized. Colonization is not just physical. Colonization is not just this historical event. No, it's happening right now. Every time you're living a belief that is not truly your own, every time you say yes to something you truly don't want, that's a colonized mind. That's a colonized mind when you're doing things because of someone else. When this breath you're breathing is yours. I go back to the basics, to the principles of life, which is prana. Prana is the basic thing that you are breathing in right now. You are in a contract right now. Your self-concept, your entire being, your entire consciousness is in a give and a receive. Thank y'all for liking the live. I see we got it up to 2.6K likes. Yeah, let's go, y'all. You are in agreement with prana. Prana is, you cannot take a breath without giving one. And you can't suck in all the air. You can't say, I'm going to keep sucking in the air. I'm never going to release any air. No, you're forced to give air back. You're forced. You are forced to take in a breath and give a breath. That is the basics of give and exchange. Give and exchange. That's the basic of life. That is currency. That is money. That is why when we go back to self-concept, this is how you get opportunities. This is where you will reach your financial status. All these things is a part of your self-concept because it's a give and it's an exchange. What are you willing to accept? What are you willing to say? Nah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm a pass. I'm a pass on that. And I guarantee you the next one is going to be better because anytime you get tested, it's just the old version trying to see, are you going to go back? Right? Familiarity breeds content. Familiarity breeds content. I told you I grew up in a cult. I have no question at the moment. I'm just taking in what you're saying. Okay, thank you. Thank you for taking in. Make sure y'all writing notes too, because that's how you rewire yourself as well. Writing is rewiring. When you write down things, not only listening, but actually take the time to write the things down. Actually take the time to come back and look at your notes later on. Okay, lock it in. That's how you shift your concept, your image. Because your self-image is your imagination. That is how you are experiencing your reality, all through your own imagination. Chinny Mac said, absolutely. Yeah, so going back to, like I said, with your self-concept, it's a give and an exchange. There's a book that changed my whole chemical processing system, my whole mind. It just opened me up. That's why I wrote my book. Because books really can, it's the consciousness and the awareness of the author and them actually opening that portal. Certain books are portals. Okay, certain books are truly portals when it's coming from somebody who's a master of self and they want to give it to you. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, the 4 quadrants, the 4 money quadrants changed my life. I read that book about 3 years ago. Changed my whole fucking life because the seeds that we put into each other, we plant the seeds. And if you continue to water it, that shit blooms. I got Rich Dad Poor Dad, the 4 quadrants when I began my entrepreneurship, my journey of being an entrepreneur. I didn't know what I was doing, but I knew I was going to do it again. Come from the hood, finish school, graduated, master's degree, summa cum laude, went to be a therapist, realized this is not for me. I'm going to figure out where I'm supposed to be, and that I did. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, the 4 quadrants talks about employee mindset, self-employed, business owner, and investor. After I read that book, that's how I see life. Everything's a business. This ain't free. This interaction right now is not free. We got people who exchange the currency I just gave, the wisdom I just gave. When someone spends a currency of money, money is an energy, just like the air you're breathing. When someone spends money, when someone shares it, when someone drops a comment, all these things are energies of exchanges. All these things are equivalencies of value. I said some things that had people what? Let's see. We got 56 diamonds. Somebody spent money and was able to give 56 diamonds because of whatever I said unlocked something within them. That is exactly how everything is operating. It's a give and it's an exchange. It's a value system. Whatever you give out is what you shall get back. Like literally, not on some karma, but on your nervous system. How do you feel? When you give, do you feel like, oh my God? When you give, is somebody begging you, right? This is why rich people are rich. They're not pressured. They're not shamed. You can't shame someone to give away all their money because you got money. Where is my money? They're not shamed. They move with intention. Okay, rich people, we don't just give things away just because. It has to be intentional and it has to be lined up for us. That's why when you stop people pleasing, you elevate money because you're no longer traumatized. When you are in your trauma brain, you are not thinking from your prefrontal cortex, which holds your self-concept and your self-image. Your prefrontal cortex is what's anchoring in the way you see yourself. But when you're traumatized, when you're afraid to ask for a raise, afraid to go make your own money, like you're grown, you need somebody to tell you, hey, you're only going to get $1,500 every week. Who are you to tell me I can only get $1,500 a week? You're grown. But now you elevate because you come out of your amygdala. Again, going back to what I said a few minutes ago, your reality is operated through your brain. Your brain is doing all of these mechanical things. So the minute that you allow yourself to tap in and to elevate yourself and to see where you are falling and however you want to change yourself, right? Whatever journey you're on, that's why people pleasing can hold you back. Trauma can hold you back because you're not the greatest version of yourself because there's some fear. And fear is false evidence appearing real. The minute you say no, the minute you actually tell people no, the minute you actually tell yourself no, right? I done moved all over. Again, I'm from the hood, from the projects, grew up abused, right? SA from 3 until 13 years old, healed myself, reprogrammed myself, realized that there was never a monster outside of me. It was always me. We go through certain things just to activate certain levels. The deeper the pain, the higher the fucking reward. Like, hello, wisdom, pain is to be exchanged for wisdom. That is supposed to be exchanged for financial gain. There is repayment in pain. Abuse is just a misuse of energy. So whatever you go through, you are to transform it literally, and you get the equivalency of that exchange. The equivalency. Oh, you had a bad mom or a bad dad. Let's just say you had a bad mom, but you had a good dad. Oh, look, now you're a grown woman healed. You have such a good best friend, a female best friend. Right? You have exchanged this energy for a whole community of women who would ride for you, love you deeper than anyone ever could because you did it for yourself first. That's the catch. You only attract these things when you do it for yourself. Once you become that mother you never had, the father you never had, you attract those who see the way you treat you and they treat you the same way. People are going to treat you the way that you treat yourself. Familiarity breeds content. So when you are attracted to people who remind you of the abuse, they see how you moving. It's all you. You're allowing it. No one can do anything to you. Is what you allow. I'm allowing this person to be emotionally unavailable for me because I low key, I don't care if it's subconscious, it's still conscious awareness. Whether you subconsciously, unconsciously know about it, it don't matter. It's still one consciousness. So there's somewhere in your conscious field that is saying, I accept this person to treat me like this, to be standoffish to me because that's how I feel like I'm loved. I feel like I'm loved this way because someone in my childhood demonstrated the same acts of love to me. That's it. It's all about how you see yourself, and that's exactly what you shall attract. Okay, it all goes back to the same principles. That's it. It's the simple principles of exchange. The way you feel about yourself, that's what you're going to accept. That's what you're not going to reject, or you are going to reject, either or. The way you see yourself, that is exactly how you imagine your avatar to feel, to see, to be your confidence level. Your confidence will be what other people feel and see because that's how you see yourself. So, y'all, I think we ran out of time now. Okay, well, we got 5 more minutes. Let me know if y'all have any questions. I will be back Wednesday at 3:30 Eastern Standard Time. So make sure y'all get y'all daily heart me so that way you can... She said I asked one. Oh, I didn't see it. Okay, here we go. I will say and ask, I've been struggling with my creative energy lately, a bit stagnant. Any tips? So if the one thing I would really say is wording. Never say that you're struggling, right? Change your wording, change the way you phrase that, because when you tell yourself that, you're keeping that loop going. You're keeping the loop of I'm struggling. You have to immediately break the loop. So the first tip I can give you is reaffirm to yourself the fact that you are not stagnant, okay, the fact that you are not struggling, and actually do something that proves that to yourself. So if your creativity is painting canvases, right? Okay, Take these deep breaths. It's time to take deep breaths. It's time to maybe go for a walk, and it's time to lock in. Because sometimes people feel like they're hesitant or the juices are in a loop because they're not actually putting themselves in that space. Actually put yourself in that space. I'm just giving that as an example. If it is art, take that walk, do something to change your pattern. Whatever you've been doing up until this point, do something different and lock in. Actually sit down with your paint, put all your paints out, however you do it, your vibe, and actually do something. Do whatever comes to your mind. We overthink things for no reason. You are perfectly made, literally. You are perfectly made. There's no need to overthink. Right? I'll give you an example with my makeup. I really didn't feel like doing a bunch of makeup today. And I said, you know what? I'm going to just do a little eyeliner and boop, boop. And I feel great. I didn't need to overthink it. And I got to look this way. It's not that serious. It's something that Abraham Hicks always says too that I absolutely love. You'll never get it all done. The reason why you'll never get it all done is because your infinite intelligence experiencing itself. There's always going to be new, better, higher. It's always going to keep expanding. There's infinite possibilities. Once you know that there's infinite possibilities of whatever your art form is, now you know, oh, I got it. I got it. Period. So simple. Let me know if that helped you. Let me know if that helped you out, the ecosystem. And just the more you get into it, the more you intentionally put yourself in your state of flow. Know what makes you flow. The more you intentionally get into that, the more things will just come to you. Okay, I've been locked down for 2 years, exactly. I did not think in the beginning of my lock journey I would want beads. But the more I just get creative and feel my hair, I'm like, oh, I want to try this now. Now I'm about to try yarn. I'm about to do all these things. Like, they just start coming to you. I get it. Thank you, love. I will get to it as soon as you get off. Yes, I know that's right. Yes, enjoy. Enjoy. Thank you for confirming that was very helpful for you. That's what I'm here to do, help y'all shift. I am the Master Coach, El'Deity. This is my book, Monetize, a Mind That's Colonized. Watch Prosperity Unwind. Okay, it is under my real name, Princess Hill. But no, actually I'm lying. It's under both. It says Princess Hill on the book, but if you go to Amazon, and the link is in my bio, you can either go to Amazon or click the link. But you type in Monetize a Mind That's Colonized, you're going to see El'Deity and Princess Hill come up. Okay, so check out my book. This will unlock you. This will reprogram you. Very simple, very easy read. I did not make it a long, drawn-out thing because I want you to obtain the jewels that you're supposed to obtain and go to the next level. It's that simple. It's not hard. I promise you it's not hard. I didn't even notice they were locks. Really pretty. Thank you. See? You didn't even know they were locks. You probably thought it was what? Braids or something, right? My hair done grew so long. It's like I have weave in, y'all. I love it. But y'all, I love y'all so much. Remember, we got 1 minute left. Came on early today. Wednesday, 3:30 Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you get your daily heart me so you can know when I'm going live. Yes, much love to you, to the 5 people, the 6 people who stayed with me. I appreciate you, gang. Okay, you came through. We exchanged some energies. Let's go. We coagulated. Learn about my law in my book, y'all. The coagulation law. This is how reality is honestly operating. And we just coagulated, y'all, period. We did our big one. I'm out now, y'all. Good day. Yes, have a beautiful day. Peace, love, and darkness. Remember the affirmations for the ones who gifted. I will see y'all soon. El'Deity, I'm up, ho. Deuces.